Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Bob Myers hid a migraine after Warriors won finals. Bob Myers busted out his Golden State Warriors championship rings on Tuesday. He spoke at CNBC-X Boardroom's Game Plan Tuesday and spoke about his time with the Warriors among other subjects. Myers admitted he was sick with a migraine after the 2018 NBA championship simply due to the stress from high expectations this year. Myers joined the NFL's Washington Commanders as an advisor and consultant to the team's owner. Myers' net worth surely is rising. He left the Warriors after 12 years with the organization. Myers started as the assistant general manager in 2011, but he quickly ascended to the general manager position. Bob Myers: I had the biggest migraine headache of my life after we won in 2018. I was in our hotel room and it was 3:00 in the morning and I had the worst, and it was because I was so stressed because we had this team that was so good that we had to win and I did not enjoy it. During his tenure the Warriors achieved incredible success, including 4 NBA championships. Myers' key decisions such as drafting players like Draymond Green and acquiring key free agents like Kevin Durant played a huge role in the team's dominance. Getting Durant is perhaps the move he will most be remembered for. That and much more earned him the NBA Executive of the Year award on multiple occasions. The Warriors' success under Myers was unmatched. When he joined in 2011, the Warriors were 23-43 and were generally considered one of the worst teams in the NBA. By 2012, the Warriors started a streak of playoff appearances that lasted 7 straight years. As a GM for the Warriors, he, with a little help from Stephen Curry, helped the Warriors reach the playoffs 9 times in 11 years. The success for the Warriors didn't end with just playoff appearances. Curry and T. Warriors reached the NBA Finals 6 times during Myers' tenure. They won 2/3 of those, resulting in 4 NBA championships. Myers also was a part of the legendary 2016 Warriors team that went 73-9, the best record in NBA history. Myers left the Warriors after the 2023 season and quickly was swooped up by the NFL. He also has been appearing on ESPN as an analyst. Bob Myers mentioned during his time at CNBC X Boardroom's Game Plan event that it wasn't always easy with the Warriors. The event was a crossover between CNBC and Durant's media company Boardroom. The event included a variety of speakers including actress Jessica Alba, Clutch Sports CEO Rich Paul, Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass, president of FanDuel Christian Janetsky, and Durant. Hill incident before Dolphins game again puts NFL on moral clock after the NFL distanced itself from Colin Kaepernick and his admirable cause for 8 full years. One of its teams is aligning with the Super Bowl quarterback it shoved onto the streets. Miami Dolphins executives, after seeing body cam video of police brutalizing star wide receiver Tyreek Hill, issued a statement Monday condemning the act and urging that the overly aggressive and violent officers be reprimanded for their despicable behavior toward the 5'10" 190 pounds black man. The Dolphins statement should be commended for its intent. Words matter, and a statement's use of phrases like "use such unnecessary force" and "hostility" indicate genuine antipathy toward the cops, but hold the applause for it would be premature. Given the history of the NFL at its highest levels, we can't gauge its sincerity. We've heard the most popular league in America float performative babble for years, talking the talk but consistently declining opportunities to walk the walk. The NFL must live with its treatment of Kaepernick, who in a September 2016 ESPN poll was voted the NFL's least popular player, even as his Scarlet 49ers jerseys were selling faster than those of any other player, including Tom Brady. Imagine how deep the roots of indifference must run. Or the NFL, which crawls toward every penny before kneeling at the altar of the dollar to turn its back on a man representing its top-selling jersey after global protests following a white Minneapolis police officer's public murder of black citizen George Floyd in May 2020. The NFL decided to support social justice with tepid slogans and decals. The league already had blowtorched the careers of Kaepernick and those who joined his peaceful protest in September 2020. 2024. It's not enough for one NFL team to say it stands with millions of others longing for the day America makes good on centuries-old promises of justice and quality. Making a difference begins with rational response that spreads across cultures. How effective is the Dolphins' statement if every NFL owner and Commissioner Roger Goodell can't summon similar indignation? This is a moment for NFL players too, seeing 3 Miami-Dade officers yank Hill from his car, toss him face down onto the sidewalk, put him in handcuffs and choke him over a traffic violation. To provoke disgust and outrage from anyone with a conscience or a shred of decency. Hill was on his way to Hard Rock Stadium for a game against the Jacksonville Jaguars when he was pulled over. Once he rolled up the driver's side window of his McLaren worth about $500. While being addressed, the officer's disposition changed. Rudeness is not a crime, but Hill was subjected to a criminal response after the handcuffs were removed. Hill was ticketed for careless driving and a seatbelt violation. 2 of Hill's Dolphins teammates, C. Campbell and Jonas Smith, also were headed to the stadium when they pulled over to intervene on Hill's behalf. Both wound up being detained, with Smith reportedly being cited. Seeing his teammates on the scene, Hill urged them to call his agent Drew Rosenhaus. Once aware of the incident and after seeing the video, Rosenhaus had a strong response Tuesday during an appearance on the Dan Le Batard show. For me personally, I believe the police officers that did that to Tyreek shouldn't be in that position. Rosenhaus said they should be let go. Journalist mentions Jimmy Butler as a possible target for the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors are looking for a new all-star to partner with Stephen Curry following the departure of Klay Thompson. However, the franchise's attempts to acquire Paul George and Lauri Markkanen this summer were unsuccessful, with the NBA trade deadline extending until February 6. Golden State has plenty of time to explore the market and identify new potential targets. The Warriors roster should be strong enough to keep the team competitive, and if they exceed expectations, the front office could take a more cautious approach until the trade market moves again next summer. According to Michael Pina at The Ring, their Warriors still have a few options if they decide to pursue a star talent before the start of the new season. Pina mentioned Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram and Jimmy Butler as possible targets. Closing successful deals is never easy, and it makes sense for Golden State to evaluate what it has before making any hasty decisions, Pina wrote. But by losing PG and Markkanen, their Warriors kept their options open if another star becomes available at a reasonable price for all parties involved. Jimmy Butler, Brandon Ingram, Julius Randle. They can make a compelling offer and once again become a serious competitor. Among the 3 stars mentioned, Ingram would likely be the most affordable, although the Warriors face questions about the value of his next contract. Randle and Butler are harder to evaluate, but both were mentioned in trade rumors over the summer. Any decision the Warriors make must be well informed. A trade for an all-star level talent would require trading one of the team's young talents, with Moses Moody being the most likely to be traded. The Warriors front office has been reluctant to part with its future talents in recent months. Therefore, the team must be sure that the acquired player will truly elevate the team to championship contention, otherwise the deal could be considered risky. Golden State is in a delicate position. They need another star to fight for the title, but they can't afford to make a wrong decision that could jeopardize the final years of Stephen Curry and Draymond Green's careers. The team has been oscillating between competing and reforming for years, and now it needs to make a decisive bet. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation of Jimmy Butler? Leave your opinion in the comments.